Houston, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Kick this deep to begin the game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Soto. The receiver makes the catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Tap the first and still going. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Oh, the defense is missing out on opportunities. Got the home crowd, a lot of energy, and they're giving up big plays like this. Not ideal way to get a game started.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he'll go down after a nice pickup on the play. That'll be a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. Big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Looking to throw it on first down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Getting set. Here's second down. Handoff running right. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on third down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big third down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Catch made on the left side. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Play number 10 of the opening drive. Can he keep it going here on 3rd and long? Looking to pass. It's Soto. Trying for a touchdown here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. With that miss, the score remains the same.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle made after a solid game. They spot the ball at the 34.
Nice first down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat, gets a good push, and once again, you see the history and tradition of Texas A&M with a great back.
He finds the running back in the flat. He shreds the tackle.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
2nd down after that previous play. He breaks free. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick pass, the catch is made. There's some space around the 30. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Aggies. Coach, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. It's exactly what we saw right there.
State offense comes back onto the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Pressure is coming. That's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. Second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Soto. Caught over the middle. It's York. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage again.
Boy, if I'm a defensive coordinator, you can't leave the middle of the field that wide open. Makes it so easy for the quarterback to read and recognize and get the ball out of his hands for a 1st down.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. powering through a tackle. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Tough running to avoid a loss that just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Caught. Completion. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
It's 4th down and 4 as they try to keep the drive going. To the air, it's Hicks. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. He'll hand it off. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Important second down play coming up.
Get set, get set.
He'll hand it off. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
Chris, what I love here is just a vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Looking downfield, it's Hicks. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle at the 8 after the completion.
Chris, just really impressed by this defense. They're backed up near their own goal line, really doing a good job of rallying to the football in these last couple plays. Now, let's see what happens here on this 3rd and goal.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal.
29 Philly.
Handoff heading left. And they'll get him down that time.
Well, Chris, we're still here in the first half, but you got to wonder after that stop there on 3rd down. Now we got a 4th down situation. And now you're in the red zone. You got to wonder, you want to take the 3 points the easy way, or do you roll the dice and try to take a chance and try to come up with a touchdown?
A field goal would make this a 2-score game, but they elect to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Boy, the timing and the execution is outstanding here by this offense. Quarterback makes the easy throw, but the blocks out in front of this receiver were the key to get him out into space and allow him to utilize that speed.
Point after, up and good. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out at the 25. No return attempted there. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. An inside deal now from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
And he goes nowhere. Stop pulled behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looking to scramble. On the run here. Lets it go. Caught by the receiver. That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the 1st down.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around...
Here he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Strong game by this quarterback. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Here comes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Again, we're thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Caught quickly. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The Aggies will line up to punt it away.
Ohio State.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. Talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Scanning the field. It's Soto. On the move now. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Grab behind the line. It's York. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. He escapes the pocket. The pass is off target, yet easy through as the 3rd down pressure works.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. The ball is picked off. Bites into the open. Past the 50. At the 30 now. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. From red zone all the way to the other end zone. What a reversal.
Boy, what a tough blow for this offense. Already in field goal range, and the quarterback puts one in the defense's arms, and he takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Huge momentum swing here in the first half.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. It's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Quick throw, the catch is made. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Crucial third down play coming up. The offense with some pre-snap motion. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Dropping back, it's Hicks. The receiver grabs it. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
First down here for this offense. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Continues to fight for yards. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
And the Aggies pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that and just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
First and 10 play coming up.
Let's go.
There's the handoff. nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
First real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Defense calls their 3rd and final timeout of the half now. Dropping back, it's Soto. Moves out of the pocket. Looks to the left for a quick throw. He's got it in the open. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Looking to scramble. Receiver makes the catch. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. And he drops back in the gun. The sure hands. It's York. And the defense wraps him up.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Gonna run it. It's York. Gonna try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
On the move now. Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Now, the passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Dropping back, it's Soto. Looking right, this one caught.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up a first down.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And it's caught. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15.
Get set. Get set. Ready to go.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. In the clear at the 25. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
First and 10 now for the offense.
Here we go.
Leaning on the run game here late. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
3:25.
Movement here from the tight end. He's going to hand this off. Breaks free. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, he told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll give it to the back. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first, looking for more. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Check. Spire. Flex. Ready.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that run on the previous play. Gives it to the back. He gets loose. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Aggies. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle.
Boy, it's another incompletion. Just something is missing with this offense. Cannot quite get into sync. And now we got another fourth down for this quarterback.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. And this one is caught. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Empty set now, 5 wide. To the air, it's Soto. Looking for a late, deep throw. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
He escapes the pocket, using his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Stringing first downs together now. They've got it at the 48. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Look out, room to run here. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
He's going to take off. The defense says not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain. This is the 6th play on the drive. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime, get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play, force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
Tremendous protection. There was bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ball game.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Pitches to the back. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. Send the back in motion. To throw, it's Hicks. Oh, they trap him for a sack. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. The back's got it. Running through the tackle. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Picks up 4. Offense facing 4th down.
The Aggies will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down.
Here we go.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. The offense recovers, but they're way short of the marker. Ends up killing the drive. This was a case of a high...